Hello and welcome everyone to a new video on our YouTube channel. So in today's video we're going to be working on this BMW E36. We're going to be diagnosing and fixing a clunking sound coming from the bottom side of the car. First we're going to chalk off the two front wheels and jack up the rear end. Gonna jack her up and put her on some sturdy jack stands because we're gonna run the car and spin the tires in the air. So as you saw guys, all the differential bushings are torn and they are making the differential shake around, especially when taking off. So we're gonna readjust the lift of the car and then we're gonna start the disassembly. We're gonna start by removing the exhaust system from the front to the back in order to access the driveline. First we unbolted the flanges that connects the exhaust to the manifolds. But as you saw, the exhaust hangers in the middle of the car are actually missing, so we're gonna remove it from the rear and then drop it as one piece. And just like that, we can slide the exhaust system out of the way. As you can see, we also have a bad center support bearing, but we're going to be replacing it later on. Now we're going to pause up a second and start the car up with open exhaust. Now with the fun done, we're going to start by disconnecting the driveline from the transmission. We're going to remove all the 18mm bolts that connect the drive shaft to the guibo. We will also remove the four 17mm nuts on the differential side. Here we removed the bracket for the exhaust hangers, and now we're removing the center support bear. And just like that, we got the drive shaft out of the car. Next, we will remove the bolts that hold the sway bar to the subframe in order to drop it down and access the drive axles. Just like that, we remove the sway bar out of the way and we can access everything freely. Now we're gonna remove the 6 E12 bolts holding on the axle shafts to the differential side. But as you can see on the other axle, we are facing a problem. The head of the bolt is actually stripped out and we cannot remove it. So we're gonna have to unbolt the axle shaft from the hub and drop it out with the differential and solve the problem outside. And no, we did not cause this problem. The bolt was already damaged when we got here. Now we're gonna remove the two 18mm bolts bolting the differential to the subframe from the top side. Then we have this bolt, which is on the front side of the differential, holding it to the subframe. Normally this should be a normal bolt, but someone installed a bolt and a nut on the other side because they probably damaged the threads in the differential. Now that we removed all the three bolts holding the differential to the car, we can drop it down with the axle shaft as one piece and fix all the problems outside. And just like that, we got the differential outside ready to be serviced. We're gonna start by replacing the two bushings on the sides of the differential. Now visually they do not look so bad, but in reality, because of the bad front bushing and out of age, the rubber has already disintegrated and is flexing a lot. So we're gonna drill them out and push the bushing out. We're gonna use the drill to cut the rubber out and disconnect the middle sleeve from the outer race. And just like that, we can push the middle side of the bushing out easily. Now we're gonna use a handsaw and cut a notch in the outer race in order to remove it easily. And just like that, we successfully removed that bushing. Now in order to access this bushing, we're gonna have to remove the axle shaft from the stub. And as you can see, these are the two bolts that were buggered up before. So we're gonna cut the heads off using an angle grinder. And now we can pry off the axle from the differential. Now keep in mind that the studs of the bolts will stay in, so you're gonna have to pull it out and then remove those by hand. Now hopefully you will not have to face this problem unless you are fixing a car that was poorly maintained before. Now here we are under the car and we're gonna press out the torn out bushing. Now we're gonna use the two sockets method, one socket that is bigger, which is the receiver, and another socket that fits the bushing itself. We're gonna preheat it, then press it out. But first, we're gonna remove this damper from the side of the subframe to have full access. Now here's our setup. It's just an old thread, two nuts and some washers and two sockets. We're gonna press it out using this method. All you have to do is loop the threads up so you don't strip them out and so you can push it out easily. With that done, we're gonna turn our focus back to the differential. We're gonna push the old bushing out and press the new one in. We're gonna lube it up and press it in with its race, slowly but surely. A couple of love taps will get it aligned and started, and then we're gonna press it in using the same method as the stud. And here we have the old differential bushing side by side with the new one. As you can see, the old one is actually toned up and the new one is, well, brand new. Now since we have the differential outside, we're gonna check the level of the fluid and make sure that it's not low and that it doesn't have any leaks. Now this differential is nothing special, it's not a limited slip or anything, it's just a normal open diff. Now we're gonna press in the new bushing, but we're gonna use the old bushing as a tool to press it in evenly. Now we're gonna reinstall the axle on the hub. Then we're gonna jack the differential up in its place with all new bushings all around. And just like that, we got the differential reinstalled with all new bushings in the car. And as you can see, this where the input flange of the differential was actually hitting the body of the car when the differential had loose bushings and was twisting around. Now we're gonna install the 6 E12 bolts that bolts the axles to the stop shafts on the differential. Now make sure you start the threads with your hand before hitting them with the impact, and I'd rather tighten them up and torque them down with the hand and not the impact in order to save the heads of the bolts. And just like that, we got the differential reinstalled in the car with all new bushings. Now all we have to do is remember to install the dampener on the subframe and then install the drive shaft in its place. And as you can see, we got a new center support bearing installed on the drive shaft. If you want to see how to replace it on the drive shaft, make sure to check out the next video. Here we have two new exhaust rubber hangers to replace the old broken one and missing ones. Now that we finished everything in the rear end, we're gonna reinstall the sway bar back in its place. Now we're gonna reinstall the bracket for the exhaust hangers. And now we are ready to reinstall the exhaust back in its place. Now we're gonna lift the exhaust up and start bolting it down. Now we're gonna jack up the rear muffler and install it to its hangers. All we have to do now is install the new rubber hangers in the middle of the car. Gonna line them in place just like that, and then I'm gonna use both of my hands to press them in place. And just like that, we got everything done. And now it's time to drop the car down and go do a test drive. Just like that, we fixed our problem and we have no more clunking sound coming from the bottom side while driving. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and learned a couple of stuff along the way. If you did, make sure to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and leave a comment down below. See you on the next one. Peace. But we're gonna do one last burnout.